about this, but growing up, I always received like hate, a lot of jealousy from darker girls. I'm not even just gonna say dark skinned girls, I'm gonna say girls that are darker than me. A bitch just not liking me for no reason, hating on me because of my skin color, hating on me because I'm pretty. And then boom, the script, it gets flipped. It's always this topic on Facebook. Oh, us darker girls go through so much. Growing up darker,
Yeah, they got a victim mentality. They got to make themselves victims. They got to make themselves when they really not victims. Is that all dark skinned women? No, but it's the vast majority of darker people in general. Where they gotta have this victim violin. You know, they're the ones who are starting the whole shit. Who's starting it? Like I said, a lot of y'all may feel that dark skinned women are victims, or some are, but 90% of them are not. The black community is ran by dark skinned women. All right, it's ran by dark skinned women. They raise dark skinned boys to have self hate. They raise them up to seek after non-black women. They raise them to do these things. A lot of dark skinned men themselves will literally tell you this, and they're not lying about. When they have stories of their great grandmother, even back in the days when they'll tell their sons not to bring a black girl home, but then when they actually bring a light skinned girl home, they still get jealous and still get mad. So yes, they're very mentally disturbed as a group. Is that all of them? No, but that's a lot of dark skinned women. All right, they're bugged out for sure. But one thing that I would say, like I was watching this dark skinned girl. It was Chrissy, I believe, who it was, and she actually had a valid point about light skinned women. She said that if dark skinned women are mistreating light skinned women so much, then why do light skinned women feel so comfortable in dark skinned spaces? All right, why do y'all feel so comfortable around them, but y'all counterparts don't? Like, I don't never see like, and that could be because of dark skinned men's protection, possibly, but it's not even just with dark skinned men. Even when dark skinned men are not around, like y'all still have your heads up dark skinned women's ass. Yeah, y'all do. Y'all follow their ideologies. Y'all worship dark skinned women's ideologies about everything in life, really. But especially when it comes to light skinned men, all type of shit. Y'all worship their ideologies and y'all emulate everything they do. That all of y'all know it's not, but y'all worship darker people and darker women and what they be saying about stuff. Like it could be the smallest shit, and she's right on it. And that's a good point that Chrissy had with that, is that if dark skinned women are mistreating you so much, then why aren't you not with your own group? And why do you feel so comfortable in dark skinned spaces? And why do you feel so comfortable with claiming to be quote unquote black, but your counterpart doesn't? All right. And I know the reason why that is, but let's keep going.
I went through so much. Y'all ever just sat back and thought like, damn, I did this shit to myself? Hey, let me not say all of y'all, but some of y'all ever just sit back like, I did it to myself?
And that's true. That's a fact. That's dark skinned women's karma. And it's unfortunate because the only person who gets that's why I made this channel is get the black colorism is light skinned men, and we the only innocent ones out of all these people. We the only innocent ones. Light skinned women get their karma too. They get AIDS and HIV and shit like that in the black community and shit like that. Us light skinned dudes, we just got to come together and do our own thing. But yeah, like it's crazy.
Hated on lighter girls for no fucking reason. I'll even get on Facebook and it just be a random ass post. Oh, red girls fucked out. Red girls stink. Mind you, the darker girls, they don't miss a post.
Right, and if you said that back to them, what you light skinned people should do, in my opinion, you should come at them the same way, because that's the only way they're gonna learn. I tell you all the time that black people, especially darker people, you can't be nice to them, because they're gonna try to take advantage of you. All right, so when you're light skinned, it's just a fact. Like I told you all the time, like if dark skinned people sense an identity issue that you have, or they sense blood, most people who have, you gotta understand when you're dealing with black people, you're dealing with a group of people who are not mentally sane. All right, which light skinned, y'all know that already. That's why y'all drawn to them, especially light skinned women. Y'all drawn to those group of people because they look at them, they're mentally disturbed. All right. Even dark-skinned men are mentally disturbed. That's what draws y'all to them, believe it or not. But you're dealing with a group of people, like most people who have a conscience, like light skinned men, like light skinned people, we get made fun of for having a conscience, being good hearted people, allegedly being good hearted people, and think because they don't have those morals. So most people who have morals or have integrity, they see that somebody's going through something, they will just stop and they will help them out. Dark skinned people are not like that. If they smell weakness on you as a light skinned person, or they smell blood, or they feel like you're trying to prove yourself to them, they're going to keep attacking you. Like that's how they are towards light skinned people and minority groups, especially light skinned people. That's why you have to be strong towards them. And you have to support one another. Y'all already a fucking minority group, but amongst them, that's why they keep doing the shit they're doing. But yeah, they gotta make themselves victims because, and they're not victims.
They don't miss a share. They make sure they share it. They make sure they add their laughing emojis. Like what has been the deal with that? And before y'all say, oh, it's because red girls think they're better than da 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 da, everybody should think they're better than somebody.
Facts. And that's bullshit. Saying that light skinned people think they're better than dark. Like light skinned women, it could be true, but like nobody think that's bullshit. And and I never understood that. Even if I did think I'm better than you, so the fuck what? Who cares? Like, why does that make you so insecure that I think I'm better than you? Like, me personally, I don't give a fuck about what dark-skinned people or white people are thinking about. If they think they better than me, they supposed to think they better than me. And those feelings are mutual. All right? But it's just, all that shit is just bullshit it's just a reason to justify why they envy light-skinned people. That's all it is. They're just trying to find a reason to hate. That's all it is. They're just trying to find a reason. Well, you think you better than me. All that shit is bullshit. That's insecurity and projection. And they know that we're better than them. That's why they know that we're better than them. That's how they feel deep down inside. Because that's how they feel. Like even though we don't be thinking about these people for real. All right, but hey, like, this is what it is. Like, anybody who, like, I'm going to just keep going.
And no, that's not the fucking case. I've never had situations where I've seen red girls like, oh yeah, we're just so much better than them. Like, no, it was always the darker girls like projecting that energy. Like, I know I'm not.
Yeah, they mentally fucking insane. Like when they walk around with melanin t-shirts and walk around lying, saying they are the original and making up all these wild concepts in their minds to feed their insecurities about being dark. To the point where they feel they have a superiority complex. Nobody says shit. Even when they go and rewrite history and try to make it seem like everybody in the ancient world was dark and everybody's dark skinned to stroke her ego because she got a lack of because she feels inadequate about being dark, or even with dark skinned men. Like, nobody calls that shit out. And it's just projection. But like I said earlier, if light-skinned women, if y'all felt that way, then why y'all always trying to fit into dark-skinned people's spaces? Why not do y'all own thing? And if y'all did y'all own thing, maybe, and stop trying to compete with dark-skinned women, because sometimes that is true with y'all. Y'all do like to compete with dark-skinned women, and it's not all y'all fault because dark-skinned women started the competition. It's just that they couldn't finish it. They can't finish it. They can't win the competition. They just can't. But, so, dark-skinned women started it, but they can't finish it. But, yeah, if you light-skinned women didn't like it, y'all got to stop competing with dark-skinned women and just do your own thing. Maybe they'll feel less threatened. Quit trying to fight over the image of the black woman. Just let it go. And just do your own thing. That's just what it is.
Fucking tripping. But let it be the other way around. Let red girls start just making random ass posts. Dark girls is this, dark girls is that. Y'all, it's...
Maybe y'all should. Maybe you light-skinned dudes. I'm not trying to give y'all bad advice. Y'all do what's best for y'all. But that's the problem. Maybe some of y'all should start doing it. And I talked about this before with light-skinned... I meant to talk about this in another video about how light-skinned men, y'all should be making the same posts these people are making about y'all. Alright? All that sitting quiet and just reading shit that people are saying about you online, and I mean, which the most light-skinned dudes don't care. We just brush that shit off. We don't give a fuck up for real. But I'm saying, like, y'all don't feel bad for cracking a dark-skinned joke. Don't feel bad for calling these people ugly. All right, you gotta walk on eggshells where they get to do what the fuck they want to do. Like, hell no, that ain't fine with me, especially not in real life. Like, I let their ass have it in real life. Like, they better not come over with that shit. I don't give a damn if we at work or anything. Like, Nah. All right, but that's your problem. Maybe y'all should start doing it. Maybe they respect y'all a little bit more. That's why they don't respect y'all, because one, y'all looking for the acceptance too much, which is not your fault. They always wanted to put light skinned people in this type of situation, but also like y'all know that y'all not gonna stand up for yourselves. Y'all, especially light skinned women, y'all gonna try to be on their team. Y'all gonna try to all this other shit. Like that's why nobody respects light skinned people. All right, it's just what it is.
Finna be World War fucking 3. Like, I never understood that
Maybe we need it.
ass shit. At the end of the day, we're all black. There's gonna be
No, we're not all black. That's some bullshit. All right. No, we're not black. Being called black is a fucking insult. They don't even like being black. Why do they keep trying to dilute their genes? Because all of them know all that pro-black shit is a facade. It's nothing but a scam.
some pretty dark skins and there's going to be some ugly light skins. It's just fucking life. But y'all need to just stop projecting that fucking hate. Like, that shit is so weird to me. I don't care who feels some type of way.
I agree. But if y'all don't like that, then you light-skinned broads, y'all gotta skedaddle out of dark-skinned spaces. Alright, that means just divest from dark-skinned people as a whole. Alright, you light-skinned dudes pretty much don't have a choice. Which I really do, but we don't want to be bothered with them like that, no way. Like, we have the stigma on us of not wanting to be around dark-skinned people. Like, that's just the stereotype on light-skinned men, is that we're like pretty boys and we're like snobby towards them. And that's probably the truth. Like, I don't want to be, like, I'm not looking for dark-skinned people's validation on shit. Or light-skinned women's. Or any groups of people's validation. So you have to disassociate yourself with darker people if you don't like it. It's just what it is. But y'all keep trying to fit in with them. Like, overtly fit in with them. Like, to the point where it's not respectable. You know, it's kind of like the black guy who's trying to fit in with white men. Like, they feel like you're trying too hard. Like, they are going to make you the outcast eventually. They're not going to really respect you. They're like having you around, you know, to be the slave and to be the entertainment and be the crash dummy. And, you know, and you can probably break dance for them and rap. You know, they like having you around, but they don't respect you. It's the same thing with light-skinned people who want to fit in with dark-skinned people. Yeah, they like having you around. They like hitting you upside the head and using you as a sex toy or whatever the hell they're going to use you as. But they'll never respect you until you go off and get your own apartment or your own house. Light-skinned people, y'all don't have your own house. Y'all don't have your own shit. So y'all have to feed off of dark-skinned people, and y'all don't need dark-skinned people. All right, but I'm out. I'm on the next one.